Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Three Amigos podcast. All of the boys are accounted for and present. Welcome back, boys. How do we feel to be all together?
It's all right.
Okay, this guy's an asshole.
Dream come true, I guess, son.
This guy is also an asshole. So
How are you feeling, Alex?
I am stoked. I'm excited. I couldn't be happier if you ask me. If I went to the moon today and I came back, it wouldn't even describe the distance of happiness that I am. Okay. So
I
that's
don't
why.
believe that for a second.
It's a
All
3-day
right.
trip, brother.
Not Elon, not with Elon's fucking self-parking rocket.
Okay, yeah, maybe that one is faster.
Well, boys, I know you didn't come to hear us be space engineers, but what you did come to hear a cowboy fan in his darkest moments wonder if Mike
No,
McCarthy. No,
Alex, this isn't the darkest moments when you have giant sun rays shining into the stadium. This is their brightest moment.
it is their brightest moment, but what do we have? We have a little blocker, a little blocker. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Mike McCarthy can't handle a little sun. I wonder if his play sheet is getting a little too bright when he's calling offense. But that's for not us to decide. That's for the man himself, Justin, to take us through Cowboy Corner and what has been going on over there.
Well, you guys said it. What else is there to say? No. Sometimes I wish it was just that simple and we didn't have to sit here in my misery and talk about it. Just like my mood today, I'm not the uppity personality that I always am, and that's okay. Alex, you're trying really hard, and I'm proud of you. Way to make it work. Wanted to say that. Other
Thank
than that, Chris, it's so nice to see you back too. I know we missed you
Yes,
last
Justin.
week. We were disappointed to not have you there. You missed all the actual stuff I talked about the Cowboys, and you're making me go first. So thank you. With that one out of the way and over with, what do you say?
you.
There's nothing to talk about. I think at the end of the day, you guys can sit here and talk about it. It's not darkest hours. It's not the brightest hours either, Christopher. Nice play on words and try to get it down. It's some dumb shit. Like at least this is how unfascinating the Cowboys are. That the thing that we have to talk about that's so exciting about them is the beam of rays that came through a hole on a TV screen, maybe not that big, to miss one touchdown pass where it didn't matter if that one actually happened or not because it wouldn't have affected the outcome. Period
Right.
of discussion. Maybe the mood and the vibe would have changed, but I
No.
guess wear some fucking sunglasses. I guess
Yeah,
have a
I think
visor.
every cowboy should have the tinted visor on their helmet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to stop us from playing like shit with losing our quarterback for the year and now having to play with Cooper Rush, which isn't necessarily bad, but it's not great.
Doesn't
Been out with our defensive players all year. It's just one of those years for us.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm not like most Cowboy fans. All Cowboy fans are gonna be right now, they'll be like, I told you so, or this, that, or all upset or up in arms because they're dramatic and they're babies and they don't know how to handle themselves like normal human beings. It's the truth. Sometimes they're freaking crazy, are they not? That's why you guys hate Cowboys fans. I know Chris is a hater for sure. And Alex,
To
you're
be
not
honest, over the
necessarily a hater,
years,
but you don't give a shit.
you might as well think I am a Cowboys fan because over the years I've stopped hating Cowboys fans
Welcome.
as much as I hate Jerry Jones. No,
listen.
but Jerry Jones drives me absolutely wild. You would think I am a Cowboy fan because of how frustrating he is.
Well, we
Oh,
found out everything in the world is Jerry Jones's
It's
fault.
Jerry Jones' fault.
That's who it is. That's until that man is no longer in power of the richest NFL or actually sports team.
Yeah.
Uh, sports
At
team.
least in North America, may even be worldwide.
No,
no.
some
I don't know.
Yankees?
what?
I, mm, I,
Weren't the Yankees
I
number
think
one?
no. I
McJam,
think
do a little
they're.
fact check. I didn't think we
Let's
were
look
number.
this up. I thought the Cowboys did overtake
I
in
thought. Well,
that.
I know the Cowboys are number one in all of American sports. I wonder if they're number one.
Right.
Well, let me
They
tell you
can't be. There's
something.
got to be some soccer teams out there
Soccer
that are worth insane money.
money does not buy championships.
No, but actually, it doesn't even when you're not really spending it well, you
Yeah.
know? Like you
Spending it
have it, but you're not
stupidly.
spending it well. If you spend it well, it could.
Look, the only time money worked in his favor is when he bought them and they won Super Bowls.
All right. McJam came in at the Dallas
They're the
Cowboys are the
worst.
world's most valuable sports team in general, the world at
So
10 billion. That is
here's the
insane.
thing. Jerry Jones, as a business professional, knows how to run a business.
Yeah.
As a GM for football in the Dallas Cowboys organization, I would have fired him.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. He's
I
so
think what
ridiculous, and the things that he does and the power that he holds is even crazier. He's like one of those old evil villains that just can't die. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just, yeah, 100%.
Hey, what I will say is this is the play. Ready? Hear me out. This isn't going to happen, but it might because I don't think the other party would go for it. Jerry Jones decides to take a step aside, not from owning
Already
the,
no.
hold on, not from owning the team, but from being the GM. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. The more villainy coach slash GM, Billy Belichick, hops on over to the Cowboys.
Not having it.
So I think there's a chance that Bill goes there. But when it comes to the GM job, at best, they work together.
Yeah,
They
he'd be
do
the
it together.
assistant GM. Like he'd be
Exactly.
an assistant too, you know. GM
Here's
doesn't.
another rumor that I heard that was getting thrown out there. And Justin, I'm very curious on what you have to say about this. Dallas Cowboys get a very high draft pick this year and even maybe trade up if they need to. And they take Shadir Sanders out of Colorado and then hire Dion to be the head coach. That is getting thrown out there.
That is getting thrown out there. It'd be crazy. I
That
want
would
to
be
know
wild.
that.
That I mean, the former Cowboy player, former Super Bowl winning Cowboy player.
He played for everybody. He was a hoe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was a bit of a hoe, but he won with you guys.
Played for what? Three teams? Four teams?
Them, the
49ers.
49ers, the Falcons, and the Raiders for a minute, right? I could be wrong on the Raiders, but for sure the Falcons,
That's
49ers, and
what I was
Cowboys.
thinking. I was thinking maybe the Raiders would be the fourth team, but I was like three teams. That's not bad.
I
Yeah.
mean, four.
Actually, I think he may even had a very short stint with the Ravens.
Jam, can you hit us up?
I'm pretty sure he
I don't
did
know.
too.
Yeah. But I think that'd be interesting and it would garner so much media attention that Jerry would probably salivate at that idea.
He played Washington
Okay.
and he played in Baltimore. And I actually didn't realize this. He only played in San Francisco for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yep. There's just a lot of great highlights from that year. But like let's be honest, he's synonymous, I think, with the Cowboys, in my opinion, just
Yeah.
because of being a part of that like crazy team.
Yeah.
He
I think
retired
that'd
and
be
then came
interesting.
back. That's crazy.
Now, Justin, I know you wanted to gloss over this a little bit, but
But
I
yeah, that
am
would be crazy.
fascinated by it. The sunlight. The
Oh,
sunlight has been something that has
you're
been talked
fascinated by the
about.
light?
Oh, I am because I learned more about it, I think. So players have been complaining about this for
Right.
years and years. And apparently, uh, they have curtains that they put up for concerts and other live events. So it begs the question, why when the Cowboys aren't in prime time, because they're in prime time a lot, but when they're not in prime time, they're in that late afternoon time
They are.
slot almost every time,
Yeah,
which is when the sun is there every time. And yes, it goes both ways. It's a disadvantage to the other team and your team, but it's been a problem. There's been lots of issues with it. And I saw someone post that the architect who built the stadium told Jerry the stadium should face north to south. And Jerry said, fuck that. We're putting it east to west because if it
West,
was
baby.
north to south, you would out one side of those windows, you'd be able to see a Walmart. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to Google Maps. Go to Google Maps, pull up AT&T Stadium, and sure as shit, on the north side of the stadium across the street is a Walmart Supercenter.
Yeah, I've been to that Walmart.
Like, but would that be the reason? Because that would be out there to turn a stadium completely from one direction to
Let
another?
me answer your question with a question.
Yes.
Why are we a football podcast, yet we're talking about the architecture of the Dallas Cowboys AT&T Stadium?
Because that's where we're at with these Cowboys and
That's what
Jerry
I'm saying.
Jones.
This is what's embarrassing. There is no answer to this question. He does what he wants. He did what he did. There's no answer. What do you? Okay, so he did. He did it. He already did it. And if it's a done deal. Maybe next week they'll put curtains on. This is
No,
how entertaining our team is. This is how much people want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. This is
it's
why
true.
you want to be a Cowboys fan, because no matter if you're good or bad, we'll
You're
still be
talked
talking
about
about you all the time,
every day.
every
Every
day,
day they're
all
talked
day.
about.
Every
Yep.
day, baby.
And so all day, every day. But at the end of the day, that is the life of being a Cowboys fan. You're always in the media. You're always in the limelight. Your team is, at least not you. But whether good, bad, doesn't matter. They're always going to say something about you because A, you're the richest franchise in the world. B, you've won championships. C, you have Jerry Jones who just talks out of his booty. And
I've
we're
been there.
just entertaining as fuck. Who doesn't want to know about the Cowboys? Who doesn't want, like, you can't tell me people are dying and raving to hear about the Panthers. You can't tell me everybody in the world is dying to hear about the Ravens.
No,
Like, yeah, they're
true.
good, but no one's really like, okay,
I
what
think
happened at
I
practice?
think in the
What happened with
past
their stadium?
couple years, I think the Lions have become a very interesting organization with the personalities. But before then, if you weren't a fan, you didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, we've been bad for 28 years. And
Yeah.
still people talk about us.
So there
It's
is
cool.
something to say about that, no
You know
doubt.
why?
There,
Because, son, there's only a few people, and luckily for you, you have two wonderful people on this podcast that can understand this statement, and one that can't even begin to fathom it. We still have five fucking Super Bowls. We have still been a dominant team in eras and years. We haven't been so much in this recent years, but we have five Super Bowls. Pittsburgh Steelers have six. We are literally have tied for the second most Super Bowls with two other teams. That's what can you say about that? You can't. And you know what, dude? Money does buy a lot of things. It did not buy championships, but it bought fame.
did
And that's
Buffett.
all I have to
It
say to
definitely
wrap
bought
up because
things.
you know what, dude? Fuck them this year. It's all good in the hood. I haven't worn a jersey all fucking season, maybe the first couple. But the ones I did, I probably wasn't even here. And so ultimately, I think there's two other organizations I would love to talk about. I have fun for both of you because Alex, last week we talked shit a little bit. I didn't hate on them, but I did put someone else above. I mean, you forced me to have a pick. And then their Lions game was atrocious as fuck, but somehow
Yeah,
you still won.
I
Uh,
loved it.
I'm so ready. You guys can pick which one you want to go to. I'd rather talk about this than
I'll let Alex decide. Are you hungry for kneecaps or are you looking to melt steel?
Listen, I'm down for whatever. You tell me where you want to go,
Oh
and
my God.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the steel mill. Put on your hard hats. Look, you guys sucking each other off and stuff.
Oh,
You
is he
can do
about
it.
to?
Who wants to do it,
I,
Joe? Oh. Oh my God. You actually
all
have a
right, I'm
hat.
ready.
all right, boy.
Oh.
All right,
Who
boys.
that for you?
Woo!
Someone
Woo!
went to Home Depot today.
No,
You probably went and thrifted this or found it on the side of the street and just picked it
I
up.
found it at my neighbor's yard. Okay.
That
It
was
was,
close.
He is stealing from his neighbor now for this podcast.
yeah, it's because, you know, we have a different way about us over in Pittsburgh. We
Steal shit.
steal.
That's what it seems like.
Steal, literally.
It's fine. Hey, it was given to me. I didn't steal it. It was in my neighbor's yard. I
So
said,
it's spelled Stealers, Steelers.
can I
Hey,
take this?
there's a dog in my neighbor's yard. Can I go get gifted that?
I asked and they said yes. So that's all that matters. And we're not going to talk about my uh
Your hard hat that you brought in oh
But
so
I
quickly.
am here to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? And we might be going to the dance this year. I'm not
What's
saying
the
we
dance to you?
the dance, the full dance,
The
the
full
full
dance.
thing,
Wow.
the whole thing.
Yeah, the
Uh,
prom.
yeah,
The NFL prom.
You're gonna
the
get left out
NFL
for the
prom
prom to
king
a
and
prettier
queen.
girl.
We could be the king, we could be the queen. It doesn't matter, but we could be there. That's all that matters, okay? We have a potential.
You will be the queen because you have Patrick.
The Okay, you're done. Yeah, the boys, they found themselves in a rocky hole to start, okay? Came back.
hmm
It was nice to see that in 3 games, he has just as many touchdowns as Mr. Kenny Pickett does, okay? Um,
Period.
in a year, I think it was. I think this that was to the year or overall as a
And this
starting.
is a dude you defended to your death until he left. Do you
That's
realize this?
that's
This
our,
That's
is
what he does.
our team. It's our team. Um, Najee is running the ball like a maniac. He's trying to get that contract. The
I think
defense,
he's been listening to our pod and is like, "Oh,
I
I can't handle this right now. I got to be better."
can't let down my fan. Not, there's no S there. Fan.
a single
Two of
fan.
you guys are fucking Najee haters. We have been, the deep ball looks beautiful. George
hmm
Pickens looks like the best receiver in the NFL.
No, that's trash.
Okay.
Over the last 3 games with Russell, he
No,
like a
dude.
different
Jamar
player.
Chase
Hey,
just like put up 3 touchdowns, like 300
yeah,
yards. So like
yeah.
don't get on your high horse about George Pickens. He's had 3 good games.
That's one
Chill.
game. It's 1 game. That's what we're talking about. But we're talking about 3 games versus 1 game. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
No,
He
we're
put,
not. We're talking
We're
about
talking.
years with Jamar Chase
hold on, we're talking about
and a few games with
three
Pickens.
touchdowns, 300 yards, and a loss. That's my bad. That's on me. I shouldn't have. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. That's okay.
You didn't say that. You said the number one wide receiver. So if
He's
we're talking
playing
about the
like
wide
he's
receivers with
number
the
one.
most wins, you might be up there in conversation. You're up there with
I
wins.
said I said
But
he's playing like the number one wide receiver in the NFL. I didn't say he is. I say he's playing like. Okay, if you go
Oh,
back.
okay. I see. You're a wordsmith now, like Aaron
Yes, yes,
Rodgers. Okay, got
yes.
it.
Thank you, thank you. We have
who's
Mike,
ornery? You guys are
Mike,
ornery. We're all pretty ornery right now. Oh
Mike,
my gosh.
uh,
Alex, you are that is ridiculous to say that he's playing like a number one wide receiver. You're
um,
a little far stretched. Get off
Mike,
your high horse a
Mikey
little bit and talk
Williams is
realistically.
Mikey Williams is looking like a receiver that can actually play football.
Yeah, he hit the red line, dude. Great for him.
You guys are so
No, no,
hey,
that
No,
was
I'm happy for
that
you.
was
I'm
a diss.
happy for
That was a
you.
diss to Aaron Rodgers and a compliment to Mike
oh,
Williams.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to
Do
see.
you get it?
I
Do
do
you get
because
it?
it's like
Because you didn't get it.
over here but listen, when you have a rainbow ball coming in you and you can just
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't need to know what you have coming in you. But what I do know is did you ever watch the show That 70s Show?
Oh, who
Okay,
did
so
it?
you know the stupid helmet.
Yeah, of course.
I think we found your stupid helmet, Alex, because you calling Pickens like the best wide receiver in the
Like,
NFL is wild. Wild.
That's fine.
I
Hey,
Yes, does he look like he's got a
wait.
crazy high ceiling? For sure, but that's
I
wild.
can't wait to pull up stats for you fuckers next podcast on what it is on the
Big
last
Jam, be fact checking this real
the
quick. Hold on.
last
We need a
the last
realistically where
the
has
last
been
3 games. The last
where
Just tell me what George Pickens' stats on yards and touchdowns for the last.
no, I can't do
But only
stats.
the
What
last three
wide
games.
receiver is he? What wide receiver rank is he right now in the last three
I'm
games? He
saying
could be.
last 3 games. I didn't say. I said the last 3 games when I was talking about. You guys are
That's
taking
what I
this.
just said. The last three
It's going to be
games.
hard. No, okay. It's going to be hard for him to find the rankings of him in just the last three
I just want
games.
to know
Just
his
bring
stats.
fantasy numbers into
Yards,
it.
yards,
That's
What
true.
fantasy football?
yards.
Okay, fantasy,
touchdowns.
yes. That's fine. I
I
just,
want. Well, are we talking about PPR? Are we talking about no? It's like the whole
well,
thing.
now you're splitting hairs.
Yep. Okay. So, and then our defense is looking phenomenal.
Yes.
Our
Yes.
defense, our saving grace this week was Minka being in the right place at the right time, stopping a forward momentum. Because if Minka isn't there and he's tackling him, he's able to lean forward for that first down. Minka being Minka, stopping him right there. Fourth down, Steelers get the ball. Russ doing his thing, getting people to jump off sides, getting a first down, being able to just kneel it out, baby. But hey, good week, good win. We needed this win because the Commanders were and are still a good team.
Oh,
Um,
for sure.
but we needed to like beat a team that was like good. That makes sense in sense of like how good are we, you know? And we
Mhm.
were
Yeah.
able to his
Oh boy, McJam coming in with
okay.
stats that Alex is not going to want to hear.
No,
First
I
of all,
actually just did
McJam
same.
says Pickens not that good. That's how he starts this off. 14 catches for 276 yards and 2 TDs in last
Didn't
three
Jamar Chase
games.
just have that in one game?
Yeah, I believe actually better.
I think he did. I think he had 3 touchdowns, 300 yards, and a loss. But that's I think we're
But we're not talking
But
about
we're not talking
we're not
about
talking
the
about
team.
loss.
We're
You
talking
keep
about the
talking about
I
loss.
player.
said
You ranked him number
I
one,
said
right? You said he's
I did
playing
not.
like the
I said
number
he's
one,
playing
right?
like a number
You
one wide
quote
receiver.
unquote quote
Like
says
a number one wide receiver. Then
George
what is
Pickens is
wrong with
playing like a number one wide receiver. Well, a true number one wide receiver in one game didn't get the dub. But that's not what we're saying.
pull up
Alex, just
pull
so
up
you know, I'm going to turn you into a meme right now
pull
with you, the way you were just looking with that hard hat on.
pull up
Wait,
CD Lamb's
I
yardage.
didn't say anything about CeeDee
And
Lamb, did I?
pull up
I
Amon
didn't
Ross
say
St.
he was
Brown's
playing.
yardage.
I
This is
did a
the
whole
last
Cowboys
game.
corner. I didn't talk about a single fucking player, boy, because I know what not to say, because I know that I'm smart
Boys,
and I can
I
talk. You
hold on,
are
boys. Hold
like
on, boys.
insert foot in mouth and
I
just blah,
love
blah, blah, blah,
this.
blah.
I love this.
I love this. I
Keep on
love
talking.
this. This is
Keep
so
on
lit.
Dude, you
on
sound like
talking.
Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited over there.
Mr. Unlimited.
Okay. In a real,
Hold
hey.
on, let me talk. Let me
No,
talk.
no, no. Let me talk
Keep
for a
me com-
second.
keep
You
me
want
calm.
to let
The
me
only
let me
time they want
talk.
to hate you is when you're winning, and that's okay. We'll keep winning
We're
and
not hating
hate.
you.
That's fine. That's fine.
You know who we hate? That you rank George Pickens as the number one wide receiver. But I will say about this game, this was a very I only saw parts and different things. And last week I did rank the Commanders ahead of you guys. This is like for your little power rankings that you do that were baffling. But I think at the end of the day, you guys balled out and that was like a really good contested game that you guys needed to have. I wouldn't say the Commanders are the one of the best teams in the NFC. They are for sure in the NFC East. NFC as a total, there's still some better teams, I think, but I think it was a really competitive game, and Russell has just been going great for you guys. I know I was super excited when you got him in the offseason and to see what he's doing. I mean, you talked about deep balls and elevating your wide receivers. I think that whole team is like, here's the cool identity part of your Steelers right now is you're basically like Gotham. It's like a revenge team because Russell Wilson, an outcast from the Broncos, Mike Williams just got shit on because of by Aaron Rodgers, right? Your
Yep.
defense has always been really good, but your offense, all these people have something to prove. Even like Najee Harris, same thing. Like it's not that he's done bad, like Alex said, consistently every year he gets 1,000 yards, but he's still not ranked the top five running back at all. He had zero respect. I don't even care for him that much because I think he used to run like kind of a baby. He runs like he he's a size and the big boy of Derrick Henry, but gets tackled like a piece of cloth. And
Hmm.
so I think he's done a lot better this year for sure. But I think your team just has a lot to prove. And I think sometimes that's a very, very dangerous combo.
Absolutely. Yeah, all I've got to say is, you know, Russell Wilson went to Denver and kind of proved a lot of the shit talking I was saying right, and now he's here in Pittsburgh and he's proven that wrong.
I
He's
just
playing very well.
yeah.
His deep ball is still super accurate. Um, like you guys are looking pretty good. Whether
What I
you'll go to the dance or not, I don't know, but it's all about when you can get hot. So if you guys keep climbing this way, you're going to be a dangerous team.
what I
Yeah,
will
but
say,
it's moon balls, by the way, not rainbow balls.
well,
Yeah.
what I will say is, listen. We're
That
back.
get you? Did that get you tripped up for a second? Collect your thoughts.
No,
Come
that's
back.
fine. I had something to say and then I lost it because you came in with the moon ball. We're fucking Elon Musk getting to the fucking moon. Okay.
Wow, we're really bringing up space probably more than we ever have on this podcast.
This
Yeah,
is a podcast that's educating you on space and football.
space and
Well,
football.
Alex, do you have any closing remarks on your beloved Pittsburgh Steelers?
It's okay to hate because
No one
you.
hated.
It's okay.
No one
Yeah, who
hated the
hated?
Steelers.
We literally
Hate.
just complimented. The only thing we hated on was you like never mind. We're just gonna go in
We're
circles
going in
here. We're
circles.
just
Yeah.
going in circles.
We'll go to the
Well,
actual number one wide receiver, and Ron St. Brown, and the Detroit Lions. Oh
All
man.
right. Well, my blood pressure and stress levels were tested this past Sunday with that wild game. If you guys watched it, you know that it was like basically a game of pitch and catch between the two teams. Goff with 5 interceptions and Stroud with 2. So 7 picks in this game, which was just crazy to see. Now with Goff, I wouldn't yes, it's 5, but it's a deceiving 5. Like one was a Hail Mary at the end of the half. I like whatever. Picks happen on Hail Mary plays like that all the time. You got to try. Another one was like a crazy tip drill type deal. That it's like, all right, whatever. There's only a couple that I was like really annoyed with Goff about. For the most part, it was just like, all right. I mean, that sucks. I'm pissed, but I can't really like go after Goff hard like that. There was a few of them. The team just like could not get going on offense especially in the first quarter. Their run game just was not the same. It just wasn't there. We were missing Taylor Decker, but I didn't think that was going to be that big of a deal. And I don't obviously when you're missing one of your starters, that's a somewhat of a big deal, but I don't think that was the reason why. I think Houston defense came out with a great game plan. Their defense is fast.
yes.
Fast. They were on us so quick. I've never seen a defense like that as far as the quickness goes. It was crazy.
That middle linebacker was quick.
Like we just could not get anything going. It felt like it was just like, all right, it's one of those nights. We're not going to win this, but I was thinking like maybe this will be just a good learning experience. We're about, halfway in the season. We've been doing so good. It might be okay to get kicked in the mouth like this to kind of get shit in perspective and order to finish the rest of the season. And I was over at my in-laws watching it, and we got to halftime, and Charlie needed to go to bed. And if we were doing good, I probably would have stayed with my sisters-in-laws and brother-in-laws and their significant others, and we would have had a great time. But at that point, I'm like, I don't want to be here. So we kindly got our things at halftime. But on the way out, I said, you guys enjoy the epic comeback we're about to make. And then I left. Not really believing that, though. And we went home, and the second half started off hot. We got a pick, and then we gave it right back.
Yes, because you threw right.
And so, like, third quarter again, just wasn't really going our way. So, but that fourth quarter, and really, it's actually the second half on defense, top notch. We did not let them score another point after the first half. Defense played outstanding second half. Offense still struggled that third quarter. Finally, fourth quarter, we're getting it going. I'm like, okay, Amon-Ra scores. Number 1 wide receiver in the league, right, Alex? He scores, and I'm like, all right, we got a chance. We got a chance. We're getting there. And then Jake Bates kicks 2 back-to-back field goals, first to tie it, then to win it. And yes, he loved hugging those posts. He went for the right one first, and then he went to the left one. The first one was 58. The second one was 52. Crazy clutch. And so I don't know if you guys know his backstory, but he went undrafted.
Assuming you're going to tell us.
I'm telling you right now, but went undrafted, got picked up by the Houston Texans in, I think, 21 or something. Didn't make it out of preseason. They canned his ass. Went with Fairburn, who you saw, who missed, by the way.
Yeah, that guy bad.
So he was selling bricks. Like
bricks?
He was
Mhm.
a brick salesman for
What?
construction
Are you
Yep.
in
serious?
Houston. In Houston.
Wow.
And then 18 months ago, I think he got the opportunity to play for the UFL team in Michigan. I think that's when he would have started.
Um,
They had their season this past spring.
the
He
Stallion?
made it. What's that?
Michigan like
The
Stallion?
Panther,
Pan
Michigan Panthers.
Stallions is
Okay,
there, but they're not.
or I mean,
who and they played in Ford Field. So this guy was kicking in Ford Field
so
this
he's already used
past
to it.
season, already used to it, nailed a 65 yarder, got called back, so he nailed it again. That's what got him. Then we sign him, and the fucking guy has just been outstanding. Hasn't missed a field goal, missed one extra point, but other than that, been perfect. Dude was a brick salesman. It's beautiful. This team is fucking. I know you guys are making fun of me right now, and I don't care. I am
Amazing.
so bought
Only
into
me,
this
I
team.
think.
This team is absolute grit. Okay. You're down. And by the way, I'll bring up Jerry Jones again because his little bitch
Ugh.
ass after your game said, you can't have 5 turnovers and win a game. And Dan Campbell said, look at my dick. I'm about to go do it. Hold my beer. And we
Look at my
fucking
dick. That's
did
kind
it.
of interesting.
That is MCDC. Don't ask me.
That's the Dan Campbell
That's what
way.
he
He
said.
goes he goes to the sidelines every week and whips out his balls and shows the league how big they are when he's beating their ass.
And Harry.
And Harry. And I'm so bought into this team. We get Zadarius Smith now. We rested him this week. He didn't play. I'm expecting him this Sunday. And I love Dan Campbell so much because during this week he is like, we rested him because he didn't have a bye week and we got 11 games left. Well, guess what? They only have 11 games left. They make it to the Super Bowl. And that's what this team's after.
Also,
Super Bowl or bust.
I love MCDZ. Big fan. Um, and this the whole organization to be like, hey Smith, I know that we traded for you and we do need that D-line pressure, but you haven't had a bye season. Go home. Like we know that you had that hurricane in Florida and you like have a house out there. Go. Like we don't not that we don't need you here, but it's like, hey, like we want you to be here and ready to go, everything. I was like, damn, this organization's fucking good.
And guess what? He still went down to Houston with them and was coaching on the sidelines. Like he
He
was
was.
like already being a team guy. Like I loved it. In Detroit right now, everyone's pretty hyped because he both looks and behaves like Rasheed Wallace, who was a basketball player that the Pistons traded for midseason in '04 when they went on their title run. And he was a big part of them winning that title. Very big team guy. He's a Detroit legend. So a lot of people are making the comparison like this is the Lions Rasheed Wallace.
And how many years do you have on his contract? Is it just a 1 year?
Um, I believe it. We just have him for this year. Maybe we have him next year too, and that's it.
I'd be
Man,
so stoked too if I went from the Browns to the Lions.
Yeah.
That's one thing you never say before.
but also
Well, and he's a former Packer and a
Yep.
former Viking. So like he's got a lot of knowledge on how the NFC North is, and he's got a lot of reasons to want to beat those guys.
and can you imagine if next year Hutch and Smith are on the
Oh, that's a wet dream for me.
fucking
This whole season,
Hutch
my
on one
dream.
side. Yeah. Oh,
You guys is 7-1, 8-1?
we're 8-1 now.
Dude, how has this not
Like
been just
this is
one
insane.
dream for you? Yeah, like
Absolutely. The past 2 years have been the greatest years of football in my life. Like it ever.
crazy. While you rise, I suffer. I'm proud of you.
You guys won't be down long.
That was a really good gritty game. It's funny because I think like the week going into it, Rodgers was sucking on Goff's thing about being consistent and like not throwing interceptions, and
I
he's
know.
so crazy this last couple week with like lack of turnovers, but also just lack of incompletions. The dude almost threw like a 70, what is it, 75, 78% completion, which that's pretty
Yeah.
insane. That's but anyways, and then he goes and throws 5 picks. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like
I was
this,
like,
this is the
I
golf.
was
This is
waiting
the
for
golf I
this.
knew I hated at one point. Yeah, a guy that I kind of like. He's shown reminiscence of this dude that I once knew.
He was getting so much love, especially this past week, that it makes sense that he would be bound to have a bad game and this would be
Dude,
it.
the fact that you guys were down that bad, 5 interceptions, you could have just gave up. But
He
your
doesn't
run
give up.
game is insane. And like
Yeah.
David Montgomery, I never really thought he was that good. I never really, when he was with the Bears, I just like, oh, he's
Mhm.
average. He did okay. I mean, I didn't even really want him in fantasy. Now I'm like, dude, that dude's a beast. He is the
Yeah.
Touchdown
identity of
machine.
that team sometimes. Because like when you really needed it, it wasn't Jahmyr Gibbs that stood up. It wasn't St. Brown that stood up. David Montgomery poured his heart out and he was knocking boys. Like I just love his like downhill grit kind of running. And dude, that's cool that the Lions have grit. Like that's what wins championships is that never give up mentality, the want to get the job
It's
done.
never over.
Yep. So dude, it's just fantastic game, fantastic win. You guys look like shit in the first half, but hey, you know what? To look like shit and still win a game says a lot. So good job.
Yeah, it's the best case scenario. You get the win, but also they did get that, punch in the mouth that this team probably, did just need that reminder about. And, you know, I'm excited for the rest of the season.
You know what is crazy? Just thought about this right now. Teams keep going the way they're going, they keep winning, and they make it through the. It could be a Steelers Lions Super Bowl.
If
We would
I
watch
see,
that in person live, and I would entice the fuck out of both of you to start saying shit
I
and
know.
doing shit, doing bets.
I was
I would
gonna say
buy people.
I'm so torn on if I would want to watch it with you. Like,
Oh no, we
like
would
I
that wouldn't be
it'd
you
be the
wouldn't have
biggest
it
game of my life.
wouldn't be a non-negotiable. We'll have it in a
Neutral.
safe space, a controlled area. Yep, in a non-biased room, like just with us. We'll just
I'm
entice.
bringing. I'll bring party favors.
Yeah.
Okay, me too then. I'll bring outfits for everyone.
Yep, everyone.
Okay, we got a little game, but we'll go back to this.
Yeah, hey, but it'd be fun. That would be super. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of
But
fun because either way, the Steelers win, I'd be stoked. You'd be pissed. The Lions win, I'd be sad, but you'd be stoked because I
yeah,
don't know,
I'd
like
be
if
stoked.
if the Lions beat the Steelers, it would suck really bad. But it would also be like, dude, I've watched this fucking team go 0-16. And
Hmm.
like the fact that like
I was
they're
there when they
yeah,
went 0-16. Like
We're in the game.
I wasn't at the final game, but I went to a game that season. I was a part of the 0-16 season. And I went to a game this year hoping that I could rewrite history and be a part of a Super Bowl winning season.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's only one team you got to get through.
Patrick Mahomes.
No, they look like dog shit this week.
They're winning.
We'll get there. And yeah, they are winning, and that's what's
Anyway,
scary.
so do we want to play a game or do we want to get to my power rankings? I'll let you boys choose.
I'm down
We've
for a
been
game.
wondering. Let's play a game.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. This has been formed in many different times. You've probably seen it on TikTok, but I thought I would bring it to the boys to see how well they can build an NFL team, a quarterback, a running back, two wide receivers, a tight end, and a defensive skill player to just add to make your defense better. I already have the teams randomized. I did not pick these. TikTok themselves picked these for us. So who would like to go first? I don't have an order. You would like to go, you'd like to be one, and then we'll have okay,
I'll
cool.
be two, I guess. Yep.
Two. Okay.
He wasn't gonna raise his hand. I knew I was gonna be.
Yep. To
Oh, I
start off,
would have raised my hand. I'll
Could have.
do this one.
You should have go to what? Are you too late?
okay, so to start off, we have the Atlanta Falcons. You can pick a player from them.
Nice.
Yep.
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones. Okay.
Wide receiver one.
Receiver one. Okay. Christopher, you've got the former Redskins, now Commanders, but you can pick either any
Oh,
like.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm
we're going
sitting
back
over
and
here
forth.
stupid.
We're
No, no,
going
no,
back.
no. I thought he was gonna have to build a team of guys of like all-time Atlanta Falcons. So like
No, no, no,
Michael Vick and like I
no.
thought that's how it was. Okay. So I get the Commanders
Mm-hmm.
and I can fill any slot.
Any slot.
I forgot about Michael Vick.
I mean, they're probably better quarterbacks out there.
for sure. But I love Michael. I used to love Michael Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick was so fun.
Oh, so fun.
He's a yeah, he's
I think he'll be okay.
okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, you're
Chris, why is it you can't even think of players?
think of a freaking
No,
who do you want?
all right. I am struggling with the Commanders.
I would say someone, but I'm gonna wait till he picks first, and I'll be like,
Well, I
oh,
don't know if I want to waste my. I was I was almost going to go defense, but because we have two wide receiver slots, I
Mm,
feel like I can just go there
where do you want to go?
and not feel as bad. Um, shit, Scary Terry is probably going to go down as one of the best wide receivers that franchise has ever had. So it's hard not to go him. He's been great in fantasy for me too. So Scary Terry.
Scary
By the
Terry.
way, an Ohio State player.
yeah.
And you guys think I shit on them all the time. I don't.
Could have chosen Clinton Portis.
Clinton Portis. You could have had
Oh, who's their tight end that they used to have?
Juan Randall. You could have had
Oh, Santana Moss,
Moss.
Angelo Hall,
Oh, Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor.
Yeah, that's I almost went Sean Taylor. But
Who?
then I'm like,
What
Well,
team did they have when they won the Super Bowl? I don't even know the quarterback's name, but I knew he was.
Guy who broke his leg.
He was. Oh, that's Theismann, but he didn't win a Super Bowl, right?
I thought he won the Super Bowl for them.
No, it was an African American quarterback.
Oh, I don't know who it was.
Doug Douglas. No.
What will be
Damn, stats check us. Okay, let's go to this next team.
okay. Oh,
Doug
Doug
Williams.
I
You
knew
were
that.
close.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I knew it was.
You had
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Like I said, I think it'll be fun. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my God, this is so tough. I think I'm gonna go Alex Smith. No, I'm just kidding. Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes throwing to Julio
I would have
Jones.
gone Chad Henne, a former Michigan player who was like the third string backup for a couple years
Yeah,
there.
he was.
You, Mr. Christopher, have the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. Ah.
There's one player I'd pick on that team, and it's not Lamar Jackson.
So yes, I want to go. I'm thinking like quarterback's important. Do I just take Lamar or do I go Ray Lewis?
Why would you not go Ray Lewis?
Yeah, he's such an all-time great that for defense, I think I have to go Ray
Dude, you could have
Lewis.
done him, Ed Reed, or Terrell
Yeah,
Suggs.
Suggs, yeah. Insane.
That defense was dirty, but you went with Ray Lewis. Yes, sir. You've got the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Mm,
Charles Woodson.
yeah. Nice.
Michigan man, maybe.
Yes.
Michigan man. Heisman winner. Super Bowl winner.
Super Bowl winner with the wrong team.
Yeah.
This one, I think you're going to pick. Do I think you're going to pick the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, I'm gonna obviously go McCaffrey.
Okay. Yep. That's a good pick. That's a good. You're going. We have
Although shit.
Nope, too late. You picked it. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll go him. There's other great quarterbacks.
I could have done Steve Smith, Cam
You would have,
Newton.
yeah. You would have done Cam for sure.
Yeah.
You were a big Cam guy.
Depends. I already have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So
Well, yeah.
I got the next Tom Brady.
joining Woodson, Mahomes, and Julio, you've got the
It's a damn good
Seattle
team.
Seahawks.
The who?
Seattle Seahawks.
Sean Alexander.
Nice.
Over Marshawn?
No, ooh,
You already
ooh,
said it.
ooh,
You already
no.
said it.
I would have done that. No, I'm
Said
gonna
it already,
take
though.
that. But I already picked a defense.
But Sean
one of my-
Alexander is
yeah,
really
no, I think
great.
that's great. I actually, if I didn't have pick a defense, I would have picked Cam Chancellor.
Yeah.
love Cam Chancellor. He was a beast. Anyways, yes, I'm sticking with my Sean Alexander because he did beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. They barely lost.
Oh, they lost.
Oh yeah, he said no. Try.
I think you'll be pleased. The Detroit Lions.
Oh, that was lucky. But this is tough.
There's been no one good.
It's not that I'm not happy with Ray Lewis,
Oh,
But
really?
I
You're
would
not gonna pick?
obviously love Aiden Hutchinson. But obviously, I still have that other wide receiver slot, so I'm gonna go, and I already have a running back, so I'm gonna go Kelvin Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't know why you wouldn't. Or Barry Sanders.
Yeah, again, I already have the running back.
He's got no tight end and no quarterback.
It's
Um,
okay.
Who am I? I'm missing a running back and a tight end.
missing a running back and a tight end. Yeah, along there. Yeah, no. Who's your other wide receiver?
Oh yeah, yeah, I just need a wide receiver and a tight end. Yeah.
We've got the Bengals.
For me,
Mhm.
well, I need a wide receiver, so I'm just gonna pick the boy, the number one wide receiver in the right now, because that's ironic that he got called up.
That is
But
super
I am
ironic.
definitely doing Jamar Chase. If
Okay.
I said Chris Collinsworth, I'd shoot myself in the face.
Collinsworth. Um,
Oh, he was good, but no,
New
that
Orleans
He's
Saints.
annoying.
who
The New Orleans Saints.
You need a QB and a tight end.
Yeah, as tempting as Drew Brees is, I'm going to risk it all and go with Jimmy Graham and just hope that the next team that I get has a great quarterback.
I also hope for you that they have a great quarterback. Your last team and your tight end. Who are you picking? The 49ers.
Oh,
Clark. He's the one that the catch. He was the catch against the Cowboys to go to the
yeah.
Super Bowl. So I can't don't know his first name, but no Clark.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
I would have
Our
gone Vernon Davis. I was always a big Vernon Davis fan when he was there.
George Kittle.
Kittle, obvious, but like Vernon, I was a big fan of Vernon.
Vernon's great. Kittle's good. Kittle's too injury prone. He would hurt my team. The other guy was more consistent. Huh?
All right. And
Garrett.
your
Garrett.
your quarterback is going to come from the beloved Chicago Bears.
Are you kidding me?
Is
Oh
it
my
real? Is that
gosh.
really what it was? Do you have a list? Can I see the list? Oh, wow. I can't do that well. Wow.
That's
Chicago
crazy. They've
Bears.
never had a quarterback throw
You know who
for
you got to pick here, right?
4,000 yards.
You
Would
know who
you
you got
Yeah,
to
I'm
pick
obviously
here?
going to go Jim McMahon, the only quarterback there that ever
Jay
had
Cutler,
success.
bro.
Super Bowl
No,
shuffle?
I hate
Rex
Jay Cutler.
Grossman. They
I
did it
can't
too.
stand Jay Cutler.
When you said I'm not going to take
Drew
I should
Brees.
have taken Drew Brees.
Because who could you add as your tight end? Oh, I know somebody. I don't know if he technically. I don't know if he actually played on the
Well,
Bears.
one, they have Cole Kmet right now, who is actually pretty damn good. But then you could go,
I don't think Mike
you know
Ditka
what?
ever
They don't
played
really.
with the Bears. I knew he was a tight end though, but he played with the Cowboys.
No, I think he is. No, he played with the Bears too. Um, so I guess Ditka, but honestly, they don't really have. It wasn't like he's a mate. He's not known for his playing years
Yeah.
as much as he is his
okay,
coaching.
yeah,
So you're playing Jim McMahon, and then you're not gonna do Caleb Williams or anybody?
Nah,
Okay.
I want a history of success.
we got Jim McMahon, Christian McCaffrey, Scary Terry, Megatron, Jimmy Graham, and Ray Lewis.
You had it, and you
Yeah,
lost it. Fumbled it.
versus Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
Alexander,
Mm-hmm.
Chase,
Mm-hmm.
Julio Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your tie? Oh yeah, Garrett Clark. Is that his name? Jason
Clark. Just say Clark.
Clark and Charles Woodson.
And you said a
Yeah,
history of
Justin.
success.
Justin gets me by far. I really screwed the pooch by waiting too long for a quarterback.
You really did, and I don't want to be that guy, but you did. You could have had golf, and you decided not to.
You could have golf. You could have had someone better. You could have Drew Brees. You could have
Goff is way better than Jim McMahon. Jim McMahon only won a Super Bowl because of his defense. Like he was a adequate quarterback.
Are you boys ready for my power rankings?
No,
I am always ready. Let's just get it out the way. Number 32, Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns, baby.
Shocker.
Does not change. Okay. Number 31, The G-men, they are doing their thing. Loss of the Panthers.
Hmm.
Number
That's
30,
awful.
number 30 is the Bears. They are just a dumpster fire over there, per the usual. Thought it was gonna be different this year after the first, like what, they went 4-2, right?
They start off hot.
And then
But let's be honest, like that first game against the Titans, super lucky to win. Like it wasn't like they were good. They were just finding ways to win, which sometimes is all you need to do to get going. But yeah, they fell apart.
the Panthers. Bryce Young, 2 wins in the
Okay.
NFL.
Yeah. I love his comeback so far since the benching.
The Titans, you know,
Yeah.
they're just there. The Jaguars, they're also just there. The Patriots, the
But the
Raiders.
Jaguars way too high.
Well, I mean, did you listen to the other
Yeah, I
teams?
did. I put
They're
the Panthers above them. I put the Titans above them.
Is that because you think they're that bad, or is it because Trevor Lawrence is like hurt right now
Oh,
and
no,
it's Mac Jones in there?
no, they're that bad overall. They weren't winning when
Yeah.
he was in there. They're like they
Right.
paid this man so ungodly amount of money. Like that's where the Giants are typically at, and he's playing like ass, like he's always playing.
Yeah.
Surprise.
all right, good. And then we have the Cowboys coming in right after the Raiders at 24.
Ugh,
Unfortunately,
no, that's
right,
deep.
right above them, just beating them out by a little bit, is the Jets.
Oh,
No,
that's kind of
no,
fucked up. That's
no,
kind of fucked up.
no,
That's a little
no,
fucked up. Yeah, I
not
mean,
at
I'll,
all.
I'll take being in the 20s, but not above the Jets. No.
Yeah.
Really, Jets have had everybody healthy and they can't win football games. We don't even have a running back. We don't
The
have a
Aaron
quarterback.
Rodgers is proving that he is not a great leader. He's just not. Like Dak at least seems like a good leader.
And a good person.
And then we've
Yeah.
got and then we've got the Colts at 22. We'll see what happens. They're all kinds of crazy at quarterback right now, so whatever.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Saints after their big win over the Falcons. Good for them.
They're a
Uh,
weird team this year.
and then we've
It
got
was fluke.
Yeah.
we've got the Seahawks though at 20, rounding us out at 20. Then we got the Rams.
Yeah. Okay.
The Rams, they look good-ish, but they still can't get it together. The Falcons dropped a significant amount.
I would have dropped them further.
Well, why? Because that was a divisional game. It's a tough game. Why would you drop them further? They still are what, 6-2?
Something like that. This is a my list. This isn't like a pro football list.
Well, we were all just talking about the list, so sorry for having
Listen,
an
that's
opinion
my
of
that's
the
my
list.
but that's my answer. Is listen, the
I
Falcons.
think you're wrong.
I think I have been I love Kirk Chains, but I think I've been drinking a little bit of the Chris juice and being like, well, maybe. The only reason is this. I understand it's a divisional game, but the Saints have just looked bad.
No, it was the first time with a new guy, new coach, no expectations, no nothing. It was like the most freeing football experience you could possibly get.
Well, not to me. And then they've got the Dolphins coming right after the Falcons at 17. Rounding out the bottom half is and then coming into the 16th team is the Vikings. They have looked pretty bad over the last couple of weeks. I know they got to win, but
I believe I said on here, guys, that Sam Darnold has gone 5-0 before. He has started off good before and then he falls off. And we have seen that he is acting like old Sam Darnold again.
old Sam Darnold.
History will repeat with him.
This one, they didn't move much, but they had a great game, and I thought about moving them more, but I just need to see a little bit more, and I needed them to win. The Denver Broncos at 15.
Okay.
The Bengals are sitting at 14. It looks like they found an offense finally. And if that's Jamar Chase, that's Chase, but they found an offense. Whoa, 300 yards and 3 TDs isn't an offense now?
No, they've had an offense, is what I actually quote unquote said and whispered under my breath because they've actually been playing really good. They just haven't won the tight games.
Well,
And
their
then
defense has been
True, yeah.
a real
they're
hold
rough.
on them.
The Buccaneers sit at 14. 13, sorry, 13. The Niners
Okay,
right about because that was a really good game.
I hope I'm
there
sorry.
was.
I think I would have
The Bucks would have had them had they had Godwin and Mike Evans, though.
Yeah.
the Chargers coming in at 11. Had a bye
Yeah,
week. So good.
love Jimmy Harbs.
Yep. Coming into my top 10. Number 10. I didn't think that they'd make it, but this is for you, McJam. The Cardinals. They just look so good.
So, my buddy Nick and I were talking during football this week, and we were like, we're very happy about when we played the Cardinals,
Yeah.
because this Cardinals team is getting hot, and I think they're going to win this division. Obviously, you get the Niners, but I think the Niners are frauds this year. I don't think they're in it for the long haul. I see the Cardinals getting better and better.
They've already beat them once, right? They beat them.
Exactly. Yep. In Santa Clara.
So, And then number 9 is the Texans. Tough game. They looked
Yeah.
better they looked against the Jets. Really
Yeah.
good game against the Lions. Number 8 is Green Bay. They had a bye week. Nothing changed. They stayed the same. Number 7 is the Eagles. Trounced the Cowboys. All right, what do you got to say, Jay? What do you got to say?
I mean, they didn't,
It
but they did beat us.
34.
it's hard to but it's hard. Come on, it's Cooper Rush in there at that point.
Hey,
Like,
playing our backup quarterback in a piddle defense.
yeah, like don't get me wrong, like the Cowboys have obviously not lived up to the expectations that we had going in for them, but this is not that Cowboys team even
No, the Eagles aren't
that
better
was
than
underperforming.
Texans.
Like I would have honestly put the Texans above them too, and I want to see more from the
Even
Eagles
the Cardinals,
because
I would have put above them.
yeah,
Oh, the Commanders at number 6. Tough loss, but it was a good team.
I would have dropped them further.
Okay. The Bills at number 5.
Mhm.
The Ravens at number 4. The Chiefs at number 3.
Oh my God, I know where you're going with
Waiting
this.
for this
It's so.
all
This is
year.
why, like, I don't know why people
Waiting for
let
this
him do this.
all year. The Lions coming in at number 2, and Mr.
Uh-huh.
Self coming in at number 1 with the Steelers.
Why?
I knew you were going to put them top 10, obviously. Like that was a given going into this, no doubt, because you've been doing that. But number 1, you need put on that hard hat again. You need your stupid helmet. Like that's ridiculous.
Stupid. Yeah, it is stupid, actually. Those 3 teams are better than you guys are at least 4th or 5th, if not further.
If the Chiefs lose, they didn't. They had a really great block on that field goal. The Chiefs lose to the Broncos, are they dropping out of that top 3 spot?
No. They
It's
only
hard for
beat
me to do that.
they only beat 1 loss the entire season. And they're still Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, DeAndre Hopkins. Like they still are and people coming back hopefully soon. I think I what are you smoking? Like what are you talking about? Steelers at number 1. Like that's just such like that's such an Alex pick. That's such a hard
This is an
I was
NFL.
actually so he's obviously had these crazy picks, but like I'll give him some benefit of the doubt
yeah.
because the Steelers weren't number 1 until this week, and now he's just going full blown with it.
They won one tough game against a rookie quarterback and a brand new head coach. And he's like, well, number 1, baby. Going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the dance. I hope you lose next week now.
There's no need for that.
No, it's true. You need to be you need to be humbled.
Listen,
You are what people think Cowboy fans are like.
we've got a rough game next week.
Who do you have?
That was disrespectful. We got a rough game.
It's not disrespectful. It's just the truth. That's like if the Cowboys were going like 7-8. Let's say they're at 7-3, and we beat a team that was a 2-loss team, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're number 1. We're going to the Super Bowl." That's it.
But we didn't beat We beat a contender. I didn't say that they were going to the Super Bowl.
Cowboys would have beat a contender if the team was only a two-loss team. But you're not sipping the Kool-Aid. You like dumped
I'm
it.
downing
You're
it.
like, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
downing it. Okay. I'm
If
down.
anything, dude, your top three is so skewed because at it should really go like your top three should either be the Ravens, the Lions, or the Chiefs. Strictly based off of like the success of those teams. And if I'm giving it to certain like groups, I would say the Lions would be more deserving of the one than I would even put the Chiefs.
That's the
And I would
question.
put the Ravens at two and the Chiefs at three. The reason why is yes, the Lions are a one-loss team, but like they have a really good offense and their defense just got stronger and they're still pretty good. The Ravens have really good offense. You're gonna let me talk, or you want to keep interrupting me real quick? Yeah. What is it? What do you want? What piece you got to say? You already gave your power rankings. It's my
Yeah,
turn, bitch.
yeah,
Sit
that's
down.
fine. You can talk
Yeah,
to.
let me do
All
my
right.
thing. The Ravens have a really good offense, but not a great defense. And the Chiefs are
Mhm.
just managing to win games. That's the hard part. Is like you can't count them out because they're not great, they're not bad, but they're winning games. So how can you really? I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes is going to win you games.
You're not
So
Mhm.
incorrect there. The only
yeah,
thing I will say is what happens? What happens when this is gonna be a
but
really
I
big
put you at 4 or 5, just not one. Like I
perfectly
want
fine.
you realistic. Like
That's perfectly fine. This is all hypothetical. Okay. This is all hypothetical. So I want you to remember that. Okay. Okay. Just okay.
I know it's all hypothetical.
Hey,
The,
Justin, just so you know, it's hypothetical.
Hey,
okay.
Chris, this is hypothetical.
I
So
believe so.
the Ravens come to the Steelers this week.
Okay.
Okay. Say we beat them.
That part's not hypothetical.
Now that one, I'm saying
That's the truth.
They are coming there.
Those are
say
facts,
the hypothetical
Alex.
part. The hypothetical part is we see the future. The Steelers have won. Okay.
Okay.
Then the Steelers beat the Browns. They beat the Bengals. They whatever they beat the Browns again because I don't want to split with them. They lose to the Eagles. Whatever. They split with the Ravens.
You're drawing this out so much.
What I'm
Get
saying, what I'm saying is if they beat the Ravens once and they split their division, and then they beat the Chiefs later this season, could you consider the Steelers a number one football team with the way that they're going?
well, yeah, but all that's
Yeah.
gotta happen.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you. So we're
But
number one.
these are
That's a
the
fantasy.
current.
We
Yeah.
are
This isn't Alex's future fantasy power rankings. This is Alex's, week.
Current
What are we on? 9, week
10.
10 power rankings. So you have to go on what's happening right now, not what's going to happen this Sunday or what's going
You're
to happen in 4 weeks.
you're going to beat that's like thinking the Lions are gonna win out. That's
Yeah.
thinking that the Chiefs are gonna lose out.
well,
Like
I'm going based off of the last 9 games that we've played.
still, you lost to the Cowboys, who you ranked at what?
I know that was a rough one.
Oh yeah, but the Chiefs lost to who?
Huh?
The Chiefs lost to who?
Nobody.
Oh, that's what I thought. Who did the Ravens lose to?
They lost. Who did they lose to?
The Chiefs.
Uh-huh.
And they lost week 2 to someone else.
Yeah.
Who they shouldn't have lost to,
Bills.
but then all of a sudden they like really, yeah, I think it was the Bills, but the way they lost it was actually a pretty ugly loss. But then since then they've been hot, especially on offense. Their defense is still
They lost to the Raiders.
okay.
They
Okay, the
lost.
Raiders. Okay.
That's what I was thinking about too. They beat the Bills. They lost to the
Who else
Raiders.
did you lose to?
We lost
The
to
Colts. I don't even have to say it. I know it. Yeah. Okay.
It's a brutal loss that we shouldn't have lost.
Anyways, this is Chris. What would you top three be?
My
And
top 3.
you're actually in the top three, technically, like Alex sees himself. You're in that top three, and realistically,
So obviously I'm biased, so I really want to put my Lions top 2 at least. And then when I look at the other team I put in the top 2, it'd be the Chiefs. And the trouble is the Chiefs offense is looking rusty, but they're getting it done. And both teams, you could say, got lucky in their win this week. The
Yes, they
Chiefs needed to block that field goal. The Lions needed to overcome
I would
5
say.
picks and a rough start, 16-point deficit. So like both really came down to the very end, but I think again, this is going to sound biased. I think the 16-point comeback from such a down point
And
shows this team is so deep and gritty, where the Chiefs got a block. Not to say that a block's easy, but there's some luck to it for sure.
Why are you looking like that, Al? I rate the Lions at
So
number one.
so
I
I'd
rank,
probably go Lions,
I ranked
and
them at
then
two.
but Chiefs are still two, and then Ravens. It's not disrespectful to them because their offense is so damn scary good. Like if they can keep rolling like this, like Lamar, I'm never going to talk bad about Lamar on this podcast again. As far as like I've always called him an athletic freak, but he's not a great pocket passer. Dude, I'm seeing Lamar slinging it this year, so like I'm never going to talk bad about Lamar ever again. But their defense has enough question marks that I can't put them there yet
Where do
ahead
you
of the Chiefs.
where do you put the Steelers?
I realistically I'd put Steelers top five in that five spot, but number one, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even saying the Lions have to be number one. If someone wants to tell me right now the Chiefs are number one or the Ravens are number one, I'm not going to argue it. It's like, yeah, you have valid points there.
Oh, yeah, I want to then in your rankings after this week, if we do beat the Ravens, I would love to be number 3 in your rankings then.
Okay, I will promise you, if you beat the Ravens, you'll be at least top three.
Yeah, if you
If you
beat the
really
Ravens,
beat them,
more
if
respect.
you destroy the Ravens, I'll put you top two.
Yeah.
Maybe one. Something else.
Maybe we'll see.
One. Well, thanks for coming to our wonderful. The boys had a lot to discuss with me. I guess that I really riled them this week. And if you want to rile us and get us riled, please comment in all of our things. Follow us on all socials at the Three Amigos Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, do the things that you should do to help us be better agents of the game. Okay, that's what I want to do.
Damn it.
You were
Until,
doing great, and then
until
Agents
next
of the
time.
Game. This sounds like the next Marvel movie. Just say goodbye.
Until next time. Have a good
Say goodbye.